talk shortly with the Katikati Coffin Club, and this is, I don't know why I'm so interested in this, and sort of bizarre fascination with it all, but we all die, I suppose, and we're all going to end up somewhere, and we're going to end up in a box. And John Russell is the head of the Katikati Coffin Club. Well, he's the treasurer anyway. He takes the money. But I love the idea of this. So it's people that join up to the club. They actually have a club, it's a social club, and where they make their own coffins. And I've seen some of the pictures of some of the coffins that they make. And you've got to say that there's a real, can I say spirit? There's a real spirited effort in making something. One guy's got a pool table on top of his coffin, sort of a long, narrow pool table, but pool table all the same. You could put a darts board type set up on there. You could do anything you like. Fairies, rainbows. You can make it of anything you like. And a number of years ago, I sort of started to get fascinated with coffins because when Don Brash was the leader of the National Party, he went to Invercargill and there was a coffin making business there. This was just after he had walked the plank on that boat. Remember, he'd walked the plank? We had terrible media. We made fun of him. And the next day he went to Invercargill, and I was so keen to get him to lie in a coffin because his political fortunes were pretty average at the time. And so, come on, Don, you just jump in there, lie in there, we'll just get a quick shot of you. And he's walking up these little stairs and about to go and lie in the coffin, and this Invercargill coffin maker. And his press secretary, at the time, sees what we're doing, says, oh my goodness, it's Garner, he's about to bloody lie Don down in a coffin. I would have closed the top, done up the things, and I said, where is he? He would have let me out. So anyway, we filmed Don actually walking up the stairs, and when he got to the top of the stairs, the press secretary said, no, Don, come down. And Don came down. He just avoided the next terrible photo opportunity by about 2 seconds. The press secretary saved his butthole, but I'll tell you what, he was about to lie in the coffins. And I was fascinated from then on in that they make, they were coffin makers. And then I saw the stuff that they make these coffins in Katikati. And John Russell is the treasurer of the Katikati Coffin Club and joins me now. G'day, John. Duncan here. How are you?
Hi, Duncan. Super good.
That's great. And have you? What's your membership like? Tell us all about your coffin club. What's your membership like?
We have got 395 members, and
wow.
Not all of them are with us, but it was quite interesting because 10 years ago there was a small advertisement in the paper saying, "Hey, anybody interested in starting a coffin making club?" And I thought I'd pop along and see what was happening. So I was 10 minutes late, and there's 45 people there.
Jesus.
And so they decided 10 years ago to actually start a coffin club. And so we did.
Okay, so you had 40-odd people at the start of it, so you got yourself enough numbers there to keep going. I mean, that's a big squad of people. Did you look around the room and think, geez, look at these morbid buggers are as morbid as I am?
Actually, it's a ton of laughs. It's not a morbid place at all. We have some tragic, for instances there, but it's a fellowship thing.
Yes.
We make our own coffins. Our purpose is to help open up the discussion about death and dying, and we make coffins for our members.
I think if I lived in Katikati, I think if I lived there, John, what's your membership fee? What's your fee to join?
It's a lifetime membership fee of $10.
Yes, that's never taken away from you. So even when you die, you're a life member.
Right. That's right.
I like it. I like it. Is it $10 a year, or is it $10 covers you for the rest of your lifetime?
No, $10 and that's it. $10
wow, it's
and
the
that's
cheapest
it.
club.
Yeah.
Cheap club. And so where do you meet, and how often do you meet?
We meet about 7 k's out of Katikati at a shed on a passion fruit orchard. And we make coffins. We get between 12 and, say, 20 members turn up every Wednesday. We meet Wednesday mornings, and we make and build coffins then.
And so whose coffins are you building? Have you built your own, or are you building other people's by demand, request? Do they come? How does it work?
Yes, we actually don't make and sell coffins. We only make coffins for our members. And a member will decide what sort of coffin you'd like, whether it's a traditional or a snooker table or a oblong coffin, and we then give them a quote. And a basic standard coffin would be about $500. Because
well, you're undercutting the market. That's brilliant.
Yes, absolutely. Plus the $10 lifetime membership fee. Yeah, our founder, Dennis Beach, the reason he started it was he was appalled at the cost of a friend's coffin. And he said, surely we could make one cheaper than that. And that's what inspired him to put the small ad in the paper.
Well, I reckon it's got. I mean, we've had to. My dad sadly died, and we had to choose a coffin and everything. I think he maybe chose his own one. It's ridiculous. It is extortion, and I'm all in favour of coffin clubs in every town because let's just undercut the rip-off merchants. That's what they are.
Well, yeah, they provide a tremendous service, but the big thing here is that most people don't talk about death and dying. The families, when someone passes away, they then have to make decisions on a wing. They want the best for their loved one and the best costs. If people and families talked about dying and what they wish, when they pass away, then there wouldn't be this shock element of, gee.
I agree with you. I agree. It's almost taboo. We don't talk about it, and then we suddenly pay this money because it's the end of their life, and we want to get the best possible send-off. We're all rushed, and no one actually questions the costs. And now there's give little pages everywhere. I admire what you guys have done. Have you? I don't want to step on your toes here, but how do you get on? How do you get on the priority list of get your coffin made? Do you have to be sort of closer to death, or what's the deal?
No, not at all. I've been with the club since its inception, and I had mine made probably 8 years ago. And I'm known as the kite man of Katikati, and I've got the coffin in the garage, and that's a kite cupboard.
Oh, gosh. Right, so it's standing up. Yeah.
It's standing up, yeah. And when I brought it home, I took my young grandkids in, and I said, I've got something to show you. And they said, what's that? And I said, that's my coffin. And they said, oh! And they were shocked, but now it's normal. And that's the big thing about the coffin club. Is that it actually
describe your coffin. What does it look like?
It's a traditional size one. It's painted in a sort of a blood red, and because we had some paint left over from our kitchen. And
that's brilliant.
Looks pretty good, but a traditional one, and it's standing up on the scene with kites in, and it's a kite cupboard.
What did it cost you?
Coffee tables, storage units, all sorts of things.
What did yours cost?
Interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I think it's a great idea. Well, how much was yours?
About $300, I think it was, 10 years ago.